Welcome to the channel. I'm a doctor, and today I'll talk about 6 silent exercises that strengthen your heart without hurting your joints. The quest for cardiovascular health in 2026 has moved away from the high-impact, bone-jarring routines of the past toward a more sophisticated and sustainable approach known as silent exercise. For many individuals, especially those over the age of 50 or those managing chronic joint conditions, the traditional advice to go for a run or join a high-intensity interval training class can feel more like a threat than a prescription. The reality is that your heart does not know if you are sprinting on a track or performing controlled fluid movements in your living room. It only knows the demand for oxygen and the rhythm of the blood flow. Silent exercises are those that produce minimal noise and zero impact while maximizing the workload on the heart and the efficiency of the circulatory system. By removing the violent vibrations of jumping and running, we allow the musculoskeletal system to remain calm while the cardiovascular system reaches peak performance. The first of these silent powerhouses is the eccentric wall sit with rhythmic breathing. While many view the wall sit as a simple leg exercise, it is in fact a profound challenge to the vascular system. When you hold a static contraction in the large muscles of the thighs, you create a temporary resistance to blood flow known as the pressor response. Your heart must beat more forcefully to overcome this resistance. By adding a rhythmic, deep breathing pattern, you turn a static hold into a cardiovascular pump. This exercise is silent because there is no movement of the feet, yet it strengthens the heart muscle by forcing it to work against a steady, controlled pressure. For those with knee pain, the wall sit is a sanctuary. It allows for the strengthening of the quadriceps and the heart without a single degree of joint friction. The second exercise is the seated shadow boxing routine. Many people underestimate the metabolic cost of upper body movement. By sitting on a stable chair or stool and engaging in rapid controlled punching motions, you engage the deltoids, lats, and core. Because the arms are closer to the heart than the legs, the heart has to work uniquely hard to maintain blood pressure during rapid arm movements. The silence comes from the lack of footwork, but the heart rate elevation is real. In 2026, we have found that seated shadow boxing for 10 minutes can provide a similar cardiovascular benefit to a brisk walk, but with zero impact on the ankles or hips. It is an ideal way to build heart resilience while sitting in a home office or watching the news. Thirdly, we must look at the slow-motion mountain climber. Traditional mountain climbers involve a frantic jumping motion that can be devastating to the wrists and lower back. The silent version involves placing your hands on an elevated surface like a sturdy kitchen counter and slowly bringing your knees toward your chest while maintaining a perfect plank position. This slow, deliberate movement forces the heart to provide consistent blood flow to a body under total tension. The absence of the jump removes the impact, but the sustained time under tension keeps the heart rate in the aerobic zone. This is a masterclass in joint preservation. You are getting the metabolic benefits of a high-intensity move without the structural risk. The fourth silent exercise is the supine cycling bridge. By lying on your back and lifting your hips into a bridge position, you engage the entire posterior chain. From this elevated position, you perform slow cycling motions with your legs in the air. This exercise utilizes gravity to assist with venous return, making it easier for blood to travel from the legs back to the heart, while the heart works to pump it back out against the resistance of the bridge hold. It is entirely silent and performed on a soft mat, making it perfect for those with spinal sensitivity. The heart is strengthened through the combination of the isometric hold in the glutes and the dynamic movement of the legs. Fifth is the lateral glide with arm circles. Instead of stepping or jumping sideways, you keep your feet planted wider than shoulder width and shift your weight from side to side in a smooth gliding motion. As you shift, you perform large controlled circles with your arms. This multiplanar movement engages the heart across several muscle groups simultaneously. The gliding motion protects the lateral ligaments of the knee, while the arm circles ensure the heart rate stays elevated. It is a graceful, silent flow that mimics the cardiovascular demands of skating without the danger of a fall or the impact of the ice. The sixth and final exercise is the isometric towel pull. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart and hold a long towel in front of you. Attempt to pull the towel apart with maximum effort while performing a very slow, shallow squat. This creates a full-body tension that acts as a resistance training session for the heart. The internal pressure generated by this total body squeeze forces the heart to adapt and grow stronger. Because there is no external weight and no jumping, there is no noise and no joint trauma. It is the ultimate stealth exercise for cardiovascular health. As we move further into 2026, the data is clear. Longevity is not about how loud your workout is, but how consistent it is. By choosing silent, joint-friendly movements, you ensure that you can exercise every day for the rest of your life. You are not wearing out your structural components to save your engine. You are maintaining both in perfect harmony. These 6 exercises represent a new era of fitness, where the heart is the priority and the joints are the protected assets. By implementing these routines, you can build a heart that is powerful, resilient, and capable of supporting a long and vibrant life without ever making a sound or feeling a throb of joint pain. The philosophy of silent exercise also touches on the neurological benefits of quiet movement. When we are not distracted by the pounding of our feet or the clanging of weights, we can focus more clearly on the mind-heart connection. We can feel the pulse in our fingertips and the expansion of our lungs. This mindfulness reduces cortisol, which in turn protects the heart from the damaging effects of chronic stress. Silent exercise is a form of moving meditation that treats the person as a whole system. It acknowledges that the heart is not just a pump, but a sensitive organ that responds to the environment. Furthermore, the accessibility of these exercises means that the barriers to entry are effectively removed. You do not need a gym membership or expensive shoes. You only need a few square feet of space and the willingness to move. This democratization of heart health is a cornerstone of the 2026 wellness movement. We are empowering individuals to take control of their cardiovascular destiny from the comfort of their own homes. The silent revolution is here, and it is giving millions of people the chance to grow older with a heart that is as strong as it was in their youth. To truly maximize these routines, one must focus on the tempo of the movement. In silent exercise, the speed is often replaced by tension. A move performed slowly with total muscle engagement can be far more taxing on the heart than a fast, sloppy movement. By slowing down, you force the heart to sustain its effort for a longer duration. This builds the kind of endurance that is useful in real life, whether you are carrying groceries or climbing a flight of stairs. It is the steady, reliable power that defines a healthy heart. In the final assessment, the transition to silent, joint-friendly exercise is a sign of medical maturity. We have moved past the no pain, no gain mantra and entered an era of intelligent effort. We are listening to our bodies and respecting our anatomy while still pushing our physiology to its limits. These 6 exercises are your roadmap to a stronger heart and a pain-free future. They are the quiet tools of a long and healthy life. Embrace the silence and let your heart roar with strength. The metabolic efficiency of silent exercise is often superior because it eliminates the wasted energy of impact. When you jump, a large portion of your energy is spent absorbing the shock of the landing. In silent exercise, every ounce of energy is directed toward muscle contraction and cardiovascular output. This means you get a more pure workout for the heart. You are not distracted by the vibrations or the potential for injury. You are simply challenging the heart to do what it does best: provide life-sustaining flow to a body in motion. As we look toward the decade ahead, the integration of silent exercise into standard medical advice will likely become the norm. Doctors will prescribe seated shadow boxing and wall sits with the same frequency they currently prescribe walking. The realization that we can strengthen the heart without sacrificing the joints is a breakthrough that will save countless individuals from unnecessary surgeries and chronic pain. It is a gift of movement that lasts a lifetime. The durability of the human frame is a remarkable thing when given the right stimulus. By using these 6 silent exercises, you are providing the exact stimulus the heart needs while sparing the delicate structures of the joints. You are essentially biohacking your way to a longer health span. In 2026, we no longer accept that aging must be accompanied by a decline in heart health or an increase in joint pain. We have the knowledge to maintain both. The lateral glide, the seated punch, the slow climber are the tools of the modern senior. They are the movements of a generation that refuses to be sidelined. They are the proof that we can stay in the game as long as we play it smart. So let the silence be your strength. Let the quiet movements build the loud power of a healthy heart. Your journey to a stronger, more resilient you begins in the stillness. As you finish this text, take a moment to breathe deeply. Feel the life in your body and the potential in your heart. You have the information, you have the plan, and you have the ability. The 6 silent exercises are yours to master. Use them well and enjoy the vibrant, pain-free life that follows. The update for 2026 is complete. Your heart is ready, your joints are safe, and your future is bright. Reclaim your vitality through the power of silent motion today. To ensure the heart is consistently challenged, we recommend a silent circuit approach. Perform each of the 6 exercises for 1 minute with no rest in between. Repeat the circuit 3 times. This creates 20 minutes of sustained aerobic work that never once hurts a joint or makes a noise louder than your own breathing. This is the gold standard for home heart health in 2026. It is efficient, effective, and entirely sustainable. The final thought is one of gratitude. We are fortunate to live in a time where science has given us the tools to stay healthy without suffering. We can enjoy the benefits of a strong heart and the comfort of healthy joints simultaneously. This is the great achievement of modern fitness. Embrace it fully and let your heart and your joints live in a long and happy partnership. The silent revolution is your path to a vibrant future. Start now and let the results speak for themselves. The science of 2026 also highlights the importance of the lymphatic system during these quiet movements. Because many of these exercises involve changing positions or elevating limbs, they facilitate the drainage of lymph fluid, which is essential for immune function. A healthy heart works best in a body that is free of stagnant fluids and toxins. Silent exercise, by its very nature, encourages this internal cleansing. It is a comprehensive health strategy that goes far beyond the heart and lungs. We must also consider the social impact of silent exercise. It allows people of all ages and abilities to exercise together without anyone feeling left behind by a fast pace or a high-impact requirement. It is an inclusive form of fitness that brings families and communities together in a shared pursuit of health. The quiet nature of the movements allows for conversation and connection, making the workout a social highlight rather than a solitary chore. In conclusion, the 6 silent exercises are more than just a workout, they are a lifestyle shift. They represent a commitment to aging with grace and power. They are the realization that our bodies are precious and deserve to be treated with respect. By choosing silence, you are choosing strength. By choosing zero impact, you are choosing a lifetime of movement. Your heart is waiting for the challenge. Give it the silent power it needs to thrive. As you progress through these exercises, remember that the goal is not perfection, but progression. Start with 30 seconds of each move and gradually build up to several minutes. Listen to your heart and let its steady beat guide your pace. You will find that as your heart grows stronger, your entire outlook on life becomes more vibrant. You will have more energy for the things you love and more resilience for the challenges you face. This is the promise of silent exercise, a stronger heart, a better life, and a body that feels good every single day. The silent revolution is not just about the lack of noise, it is about the presence of intent. Every movement is a choice to prioritize your health. Every breath is a fuel for your future. When you move silently, you are moving with a focus that is rare in the modern world. You are reclaiming your time and your vitality. You are the architect of your own health, and these 6 exercises are your blueprint. Take the first step now. Stand against the wall or sit in your chair and begin the rhythm of health. The silent path is open to you, and it leads to a heart that is truly unbreakable. Your joints will thank you, and your heart will reward you with years of faithful service. This is the update for 2026. Strength without struggle, power without pain, and a heart that beats with the quiet intensity of true health. Furthermore, the seated shadow boxing and the isometric towel pull specifically target the thoracic cage and the intercostal muscles. Strengthening these areas allows for deeper, more efficient breathing, which in turn provides more oxygen for the heart to distribute. It is a virtuous cycle of health. The more you move silently, the better you breathe, and the better you breathe, the stronger your heart becomes. This is the holistic nature of the 2026 update. As we conclude this exploration, keep in mind that the best exercise is the one you actually do. The beauty of these 6 silent moves is that they are easy to start and impossible to outgrow. They adapt to your level of fitness and your specific needs. They are the lifelong companions of the health-conscious individual, so make them a part of your daily rhythm. Find the joy in the quiet effort and the satisfaction in the steady pulse. Your heart is the engine of your life. Treat it with the silent respect it deserves. The seated shadow boxing specifically helps in maintaining arterial flexibility in the upper body. Since many seniors spend long hours sitting, the blood flow to the upper extremities can become sluggish. By engaging in rapid but silent arm movements, you are essentially flushing the vascular system of the arms and chest. This prevents the stiffening of the arteries and keeps the blood pressure in a healthy range. It is a simple move with profound implications for heart health. The lateral glide, with its focus on weight shifting, is a primary defense against falls. By strengthening the stabilizers of the hips and ankles without the impact of a jump, you are building a body that is both strong and balanced. A fall can be a major setback for a senior, but a strong heart and balanced body significantly reduce that risk. Silent exercise is therefore a dual strategy. It protects the heart and the structural integrity of the entire person. The supine cycling bridge is a masterclass in managing the effects of gravity. By elevating the hips, we are allowing the heart a rest from the constant struggle of pulling blood up from the feet. This gravity-assisted exercise is incredibly refreshing for the cardiovascular system. It allows for a high metabolic output with less strain on the heart's valves. In 2026, we recognize this as a vital part of a balanced heart health routine. As you integrate these moves, you will notice a change in how you feel, not just during exercise, but throughout the day. You will have a sense of physical competence and a lack of the chronic aches that usually follow a traditional workout. This is the ultimate proof of the silent method. It works with your biology, not against it. It builds you up without tearing you down. So take these words and turn them into action. Let the 6 silent exercises be the foundation of your new healthy life. Move with the quiet intensity of a person who knows the true value of their health. Your heart is strong, your joints are safe, and your future is wide open. The 2026 update is the beginning of your best years. Live them with the power of silent motion. The 2026 update is yours to master. Choose the path of silent strength and let your heart flourish for many years ahead.